Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time through the language of synchronicity. And this is a timely reading, so you're watching it at the perfect time. But having said that, if it's been a while since I posted, what was going on in your life back then, that might give you further clarity as to your situation now. So we do have the card of transition, the death card, to begin this reading. And this is from the underlying energy for the whole reading from the bottom of the deck. And this is talking about the Grim Reaper coming into town. Now this older person is like, oh, don't come through here. We don't want your change. A lot of people get upset when they see this card because they think it actually means physical death. But what it's really representing is the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. So some sort of change coming in. The older person here is saying, we don't want your change. We're happy with the way things are here. But the younger people are going, woohoo, we want some change. If you've ever lived in a small town, you'll understand that. It's always good to have someone new come into town with some new energy. And then this is also talking about light at the end of the tunnel. So the Grim Reaper is bringing in transition, and the two young ones here, the one offering a flower is representing the bloom of new life. There is a king trampled underfoot, but this is not actually representing an actual king. This is talking about systems breaking down or cracks showing up, and there's some change coming. In the background, we have the sun, and this is talking about your path of glory, staying on that path. All right, we do have the Six of Swords. So the swords are representing the energy of air, the element of air, and swords represent your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind. This particular card is talking about wanting to leave rough waters and move off to calmer waters. This rough waters in tarot represent volatile emotions and an energy of chaos, basically. And so this person is wanting to get some peace of mind. And quite often these two swords here and represent this adult and child. And there's no baggage, as you notice here. So this is talking about some healing that may need to be done from the inner child. And this is the conveyor. He is taking this boat across to the other shore. And this is representing taking them to sit with God. Now, this is talking about how long this pole is to be able to shove off, like dig deep into the mud here, to be able to move out of those troubled waters. And so there could be some energy needed as far as healing your heart. From your childhood, something maybe that happened that you may or may not be aware of. We have the High Priestess energy, so this is talking about using your intuition. And she is sitting in between these two pillars. These two pillars represent extremes. She is sitting with all this information. Now, information does equal energy. So it's a lot. And these days we have access to so many forms of information that it can get overwhelming because it's so instant. But she has to sort through all that. And she uses her intuition, and she knows her intuition is sharpest at certain cycles of the moon. So she wants to get neutral to all the information so she can feel in her heart, okay, which is the best choice, using her intuition to decide out of all the logical choices which one is the most intuitive. And then she makes her choice using her logic and her intuition combined. Now these are two extremes, as I said, and this is very extreme because this is the pillar. This pillar represents Jesus, and this represents the devil. And then we have the Seven of Cups, talking about a lot of opportunities coming in. Now, this is kind of a mixed bag here. This card is basically saying all of these opportunities are open to you. Each of these cups does have a gift in it. And having said that, though, like one's got a snake in it, one's got, beauty, one has this mushroom, another one has a laurel representing being a winner, flowers, etc. So these cups are often possibilities that are being presented to you, but they may be disguised as challenges. And so it's kind of like using the same energy that the high priestess used to know which one of all of these opportunities you're going to take on, like, and which one would be the best one now, and how are you going to approach it. You're like a black hole sucking in opportunity, but like a black hole, you are the center of your universe, and you need to put your own spin on these cups and decide how will you approach it and what will you do with them. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles is talking about health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional plane. This energy is speaking of, the three levels of making money. Now, health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D does require money for sure. So the pentacle energy is representing the element of earth and earthly matters of the earth. And so this is talking about, of course, money is a big part of that, but you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle you want. So the pentacles take it one step further. It's about lifestyle, not just about money. Having said that, this card is talking about the three levels of making money. We have safe money, which is a strong foundation because you're able to pay your bills, meet your required needs. Having said that, you don't have a whole lot left over for investment or your heart's desires or your crowning glory. So this person, quite often, if you notice, they have their back to the city. And so this is an energy of, maybe having to leave your comfort zone. This can talk about having played small in the past, and maybe some opportunities came by and maybe you didn't know what to do with them, or you felt it was too risky. And this card is saying that sometimes you do have to take a calculated risk to be able to get to the next level in your finances. Of course, you want to make sure that's a calculated risk. And if it's a big investment, for sure, then you really need to check into it, do your research, and consult with, financial experts, whatever it is you're investing in. But there are times where there's opportunities that are open to us, and we need to have, keep an eye out for those opportunities, and not sell ourselves short or place too small because we're being too careful. Now, the next energy is, let's see, we have the Queen of Swords, or of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is representing one of four queens, and she is representing the energy of, passionate action. Of course, the wands represent the element of fire, and this is talking about, they're made of wood because wood fuels the fire. This is talking about also the deep roots of the ancestors, like a tree. And then the offshoots here are about the descendants. We do have a sunflower here in her left hand, and that is saying that she is generally a very happy person. She's considered to be very sexy in a natural way, and happy. She's happy because she very much is like the high priestess. She uses her intuition and her logic to be able to come up with creative solutions to any problem. And this veil behind her is representing how thin the veil is between the spiritual realm and the physical one. She also has this little black cat here. This black cat is representing the energy of of superstition. And so she doesn't worry about superstition. She's like, hey, I love my cat. I'm going to have a black cat if I want to have a black cat, and I'll just find a creative solution if I have a problem. I'm not going to blame it on my cat. And then we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles energy is talking about one of four kings in the minor arcana. So the King of Pentacles is highly respected for their business acumen and also their ability to be able to handle finances and be in that energy. They are they are likely to be in some sort of like investment type energy. So this could represent banking systems. If they're a banker, they're going to be a manager. They're going to be someone at least that high up or higher. This can also represent financial advisors, wealth management, accountants, that insurance, that sort of energy, retirement planning, but this would definitely be someone that would be possibly a partner in a well-established firm, someone that, has gained a reputation for being in that industry. Also, this could be a stockbroker that's selling gold, silver, elements that come out of the earth. We could also be an entrepreneur that's really successful in business, a head financial advisor. This can also definitely represent, because it's the element of earth, it could definitely represent real estate. That could be commercial and residential, land development, mortgage brokers, that sort of thing. So the king does have grapes all over his robe. And the reason for the grapes in tarot, what they mean is that this is a luxury item. So this is someone who is able to have a luxurious lifestyle. And this energy is talking about him being, people look up to him because he can grow something that's difficult to grow. So a lot of times this is someone that people will go to advice for. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is talking about an energy of this is saying that a gift is coming in from the divine. Aces are also talking about brand new energy coming in, like something new. And so this is talking about new love coming in. We do have a peaceful dove here. So maybe that's what you were wanting to ask God. Like, I want to have a rich partner. Just kidding. Well, it could be. That's what we might have asked for. And God's saying, well, here you go. Here, you want peace in your life, someone that will really actually love you. You will really love them. And, out of the mud grows these beautiful water lilies. So this is talking about this, as an everlasting love. So this is a gift from the divine and from the universe. Generally, this would be someone new coming into your life, because this is talking about aces are new energy. Also, though, this doesn't necessarily have to be about romantic love, although quite often it is. It could be anyone that you love. So this could be like maybe healing some energy from your childhood with siblings or parents, grandparents, that sort of thing. Also, this can represent something you love to do or love to be. So it might be about investing in something new coming in that you love to do or you love to be. And then we have the never-ending nightmare. So the never-ending nightmare card is talking about, waking up in the middle of the night to the same old nightmare. It's talking about energy being, the Nine of Swords is talking about energy being like the same old thing, and being stuck in a situation, not being able to find your way out or find a situation. Sometimes, though, this can just mean like that you're bored. So maybe sometimes this could also represent, with these two cards coming together, maybe there's going to be new enthusiasm injected into a love relationship that you already have if you want to stay in it. But it's going to maybe just put some renewed energy into it. Sometimes this also can represent like having gone to be with God and meditate and pray and ask for answers, and waking up in the middle of the night from a dream, an aha moment, like from, where you wake up and you just feel inspired. And so this can represent the Holy Spirit energy, or even ancestors maybe coming in your dreams, wanting to give you advice, give you some sort of information. This quilt on the bed here is talking about the universe has you covered. It's got cosmic symbols on it. Also, It's saying you're going to have to leave your comfort zone. You're going to have to get out of bed. It's that type of energy. Also, I noticed this a while back that there's two people fighting with swords carved into this bed frame. It might be a good idea not to have a bed frame with people fighting, with swords on the bottom, because could be affecting your sleep, definitely. You want to make sure, that you have a positive environment in your bedroom. And then we have this energy here, again, of talking about the need to really go inward and be able to feel with your intuition so that you can have what it is, or solve whatever this is going on in your life. And this, because to go from the Four of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles would be a huge relief. This is talking about, someone new, that would be fun to be with if it's about love. And remember, all of the people or the characters shown on the cards in tarot are actually not gender specific. They're archetypes. So this could be a male or a female in the feminine energy, in the intuitive energy more. And, the king could be a male or a female in their masculine energy, in the, money-making mode. This is talking about a major transition. So this is saying someone is, really doing a lot of inner work, basically. And so really, really determined to heal this energy. If there's something that has happened that's causing issues in your relationships just in general. So this is putting the mind to rest and using your intuition and prayer to be able to connect with God and ask for guidance here. And so this is talking about doing this often in many different ways. I feel like you're determined to shift this energy. And this can be talking about the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. The subconscious mind is talking about, usually formed by the time you're about 6 or 7. This energy is, when you're a baby, you don't remember that. Like, how many people remember when they're a baby? You might have some memories of, before kindergarten, but a lot of people don't. And so this energy, the subconscious mind, is really made up by the environment that you're in. Like babies, think about how much a baby learns in the first year alone. And that they absorb their environment. So they're absorbing the thoughts and the culture, the religion, everything about the people that are in charge of their care. So when you think about it, that mind is not the most reliable now for you, because you have to ask people, what was I like when I was a child? It's not the most reliable about how you really feel in your heart about yourself now. And then we have this unconscious mind. And the unconscious mind is about your spiritual needs. Your unconscious mind, a lot of people will agree, I am a human being and I do have a soul. But from the soul's perspective, you're a soul traveling in a human body, and that's your vehicle for getting around. And if the soul's needs are not being met, it'll start arguing with the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. So the conscious mind is, hey, I just walked into this church and I'm meditating and praying because I want answers, and I can tell you consciously what happened while I was here. And so this is, if you can get your mind quieted down and train your mind to be quiet so that you can feel what's in your heart and plug that into your heart, you are going to be able to go after your authentic desires and have a much better outcome in your life and make strong decisions around it. This is also talking about the stained glass window in the background here is talking about the word Pax is on here, P-A-X, and this means peace. So wanting to have peace of mind, you control your mind shouldn't control you. We do have Two of Pentacles here. So the Two of Pentacles is talking about really being busy right now, and that might be part of it. Because if there's only Four Pentacles here at this time, this can talk about possibly, you might be in the energy where you are, like, say, going to school and having to work to pay for it, or having 2 jobs to be able to get to the next level because you want to make an investment or you're saving up for something. This energy can also be talking about doing a lot of multitasking. You might be someone that's really juggling the energy between your home life and your, your work life. And what comes to mind is being a single parent and having to deal with that type of energy. This card is saying juggle your options, but don't juggle your morals. All right, and we have from the bottom going to the top and back down again. First and foremost, we have a transition, one cycle ending and another beginning. You're doing a lot of inner work here, so congratulations on that. This is really talking about you using your intuition, and rewards coming in because of that, and be looking forward to some new energy. If you're bored or you're just tired of the same old shift, or you just can't figure out how to get out of a situation that you don't want to be in anymore. Juggling, the thing about multitasking, it's a great skill to have, but if this card is saying, you notice how the wave is small and it's gaining force, and so are the ships, small to bigger. So this energy is talking about that, how you can gain a lot of momentum from being in that position of, sometimes we end up being busy just to be busy. And we don't even realize it. We're so busy, we don't realize how busy we are. This is talking again about doing that inner work, and congratulations on that. This is saying you're going to be happy because of all that. This energy is shifting, whatever this is. There are opportunities coming in. If it's a really big opportunity and you're having a challenge, maybe someone that that you have, that you can go to for good advice, a financial advisor or a wealth management, or someone, in business that could give you some advice and, tell you how to go about starting something that you want to start. All right, if you're leaving the reading here, you figure, okay, that's good enough, I've got it. Thank you for your time and energy, your likes and comments and subscribes. I really do appreciate them. They're helping me build my channel. Now, we're going to clarify with my oracle, and my oracle is Tales from the Vector, and this is something that I started back in 2007, and in 2020 I began 2007 I started the oracle. In 2020 I began I finished all the paintings. There's 64. I'm sorry, I'm reading this as I go. And I'm also doing something different. I'm really keeping my mind. I had a request from someone in my community that asked, can you show us the cards as you are pulling them? So that's what I'm doing, but I'm thinking about making sure I do that and making sure you can see the whole reading and talking at the same time. So talk about multitasking. I'm just getting used to it, so bear with me. I wasn't really thinking about that. I really am not invested in which cards come up. Whatever the reading is, it is. But I can see how people would want to see that I'm not, how the cards are being pulled up. So the judgment here is, this is unfettered. This is in the heart. So I feel like this is God's judgment, and God is saying, I see your heart, and I see how much work you're doing to be the best version of you, and you deserve a reward of love. You deserve to be loved, or to be doing what you love, or all of the above. That type of energy, having someone in your life that loves you as much as you love them, and really being at peace with that. Then we have this courage, and so the courage is talking about, this card is talking about making sure you breathe. That may sound funny, but sometimes when we're under a lot of stress, we forget to breathe. Like, we're breathing, of course, or we wouldn't be here. But it's talking about breathing deeply enough. And if you breathe through your nose, you get more oxygen to the brain. The shooting star energy is talking about having everything that you wish for. If you wish upon a star, you have to have a good attitude. Like, you have to be able to be willing to do the work so that you can see what the opportunities are. I really feel this is talking a lot about that, like being able to quiet that mind down so that you are using your intuition as well as your mind, so that you're logical and you're also intuitive. And this is having a good attitude. So you can wish upon a star, but if you sit there for the rest of your life and you don't do anything, you can't really expect something amazing to happen unless you put some energy into it, which is talking about here. This is talking about a tactic that we sometimes use on ourselves where we're in denial. We don't want to see whatever is happening maybe in our current relationship or situation. What I don't know won't hurt me. Yeah, it probably can hurt you. You need to make sure that you are not in denial of what's going on around you, using your intuition and your logic. We also have Aquarius coming in here. This energy, I feel, is talking about Uranus, because Uranus moved into the sign of Gemini about a month ago from the time I'm doing this reading. And it will be there for the next 7.5 to 8 years. The last time Uranus was in the sign of Gemini was back in 1941 to 1949. So it's been some time. And the thing to just understand about Uranus and Gemini is the truth wants to come out. And so we're going to see a lot of truths. This can shake people up. Sometimes the truth can be really challenging to hear. And it could be very upsetting, and that might be something that I feel like here, that something that happened when you were younger and you didn't remember, and now you know what happened, and but your subconscious mind holds it. So it's always better to know the truth, even if it's hard to hear, because then you can make way stronger choices. You can realize, oh, that's why I'm getting so emotional about something. It isn't even what I think it's about. It was really about what happened to me when I was a child. And so also when the horoscope signs come in, I'm not talking about a particular person. I'm talking about the energy of the signs. And so this is talking about Aquarius energy is about being willing to take small experiments to see if that improves our life. And like not anything really huge, but just enough so that you can see, does that make things better? If it does, double up on it. And if it doesn't, then stop doing it. I would say that all this work that you're doing on your, to understand yourself better is really benefiting you. And then we do have the sign of Scorpio here. This is talking about being able to elevate or conquer. Scorpio energy is definitely an energy of, being able to unite. And so this is talking about an energy of choosing to elevate yourself and others rather than trying to conquer anyone. And then we have the Tower coming in. So the Tower is basically talking about divorce. Divorce is from this in my oracle. It's not talking about divorce from someone else, although in your situation it could, and maybe that's what is being so bothersome. You might be divorced and haven't really ever found anyone else again, or have trusted enough to be able to. And this could be saying you deserve loving, and someone could come in. You need to heal this energy and move forward. But the worst divorce is from source. So that's what this card is saying. This is a reality check coming in, and I feel like this is really beneficial for you, whatever this is. We have this energy coming in of the High Priestess. So this is again emphasizing the High Priestess is joyful because she is able to sift through all that energy very quickly. She uses her logical mind to ask the question. She uses her intuition to choose which of those answers is that she feels the strongest to. And then she applies that logically to her situation. So I do hope that this has been beneficial for you. Please do give it a like and comment if you've enjoyed it. And I'll do my best to show the cards. I don't want to be hanging on to them because I talk with my hands a lot. But I think you can see them. I'll check this out when I go to upload it to make sure you can. I'm grateful for really well-meaning advice such as that. And so thank you who commented. I can see that people would want to be able to see that the cards as they come out. It's all good. All right. Consider subscribing if you resonate with the channel, and I will be back with another random reading for you soon. Bye for now.